And my mom was like, you know what? Like now I've got 4. I'm going to perfect this one. Didn't work either.
We drove from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. out to have bak chor mee. Then I can see the sunrise as we were driving the car. Then the window was down. Then I can feel the breeze. Then I started crying. Then meanwhile, the boys are just like, this is what we do in secondary school. I'm like, oh my God, first time in my life.
They also discuss like what's going to happen if mom goes eventually, or, you know, like what happens if there's a crisis. I don't really have anyone to talk to about this stuff. That's what I'm envious about. Welcome to another episode of Men Explain, where we deep dive into all the different ways between men and women and how they think.
Yes, and we do it with our very unapologetic takes. Once again, very happy to be back, but I feel a bit left out today.
Why?
Because you're in black, our guests are in black, but I'm in white.
Take out your shirt. Take out your shirt.
You didn't get a memo.
Wait, I didn't get it. But let's welcome our guests today. We have Rainier and Sue.
Hi. You've been here before,
Not in this
although in a
particular
different
studio.
setting.
Yes.
Yes. And it was more of an intimate solo interview in that
wow.
sense. Yeah. Never watched, right?
It's the one I talk about my testicle.
Oh, I'm sorry?
Yes.
You like to talk about your dick, right? I like to
Wow,
talk about
I
the
love
balls.
how we're
Shots
starting
fired.
this episode already. I love it. So we're here today to talk about growing up too fast and whether or not we've experienced this and the difference between guys and girls growing up. Who had it harder? Tell me your family background. Are you a single child? Are you the oldest? What's up?
I'm the oldest child, so I have 2 younger siblings. My brother is 5 years younger. My sister is 7 years younger.
Okay. What? Quite a big age gap, actually.
Yes.
Are you guys close still, despite the age gap?
But I'm like a sister/mother/friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of the above.
Yes.
So they'll come to you if they have like problems they need solving. Or...
Actually, they go to my mother,
Okay.
and then my mother will come to me for me to go to them.
Oh, because you're the bridging gap, so she thinks that you can get through to them
Yes.
better.
Yes. And I think they're more afraid of me
Oh,
than they are afraid of my mother. Yeah.
interesting. Oh, how about you?
I'm the oldest child. I have 2 siblings also. Two. So 2 years below me, then 2 years below that guy. That guy is my brother.
Yeah,
lah.
the guy. The guy.
Yeah.
So a closer age gap.
closer
there.
age gap. Very similar to what Sue mentioned is they actually tend to go to me lah, because I'm the one who will ask mommy and daddy for whatever. It's like, hey, Koko, help me ask this.
You're like the representative.
Yeah,
you're
kind
the chosen
of.
one.
Which is also kind of a bad thing because it goes both ways.
Yeah.
I'm the representative of the siblings, but I'm also representative of the parent unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I should have been a lawyer then, in that case, like a mediation lawyer or something. Well, also, I'm the only child. I have no siblings. I talk to myself a lot back then when, in fact, I might still be doing that in this current career sometimes. Aves, on the other hand, has a ton of siblings.
Yeah, so I'm actually the youngest of a family of 5.
Whoa, that's big.
Yeah, so I've got...
It doesn't include his mom, by the way.
Yeah,
Like
so I've
5
got
people.
4 older siblings. Me, and then 3 years older, and then 4 years older, and then 6 years older, and then 8 years older. And then my mom is a single mom, so it's 6 of us. So yeah, quite a big family.
And some animals.
And some animals. Yeah.
I mean, okay, like as the only child here, I always wonder how it's like to have siblings to yap to like gossip to.
I love it so much. It's chaotic. Yeah. I think because my brother is different from me. He is more of he's the quieter one, the calm one. But my sister is like me. So we are both crazy. So at night, like at 1
I love the self-awareness. Okay.
we'll be both like singing out loud in the living room at like 12 a.m.
Right.
And then he's just like sitting there using his phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's shutting down. He's just like whatever.
Correct. And then he'll just like, after a long while, he'll stand up like, so noisy.
Okay, so that's more of like how your dynamics are. What about when it comes to girlfriend or boyfriend issues or like who do you confide in immediately, like in your family?
Nobody.
Nobody?
Oh my God, it's so awkward. Do you?
Okay, so there's a sister filter.
Okay.
I can't. Okay, so just this disclaimer. My younger brother is special needs, so he can't really understand a lot of this social stuff. So I tend to talk to my sister, but with a sister filter.
Okay.
Like cannot be
Too
too
explicit.
graphic.
Okay.
The graphic one safe for my
friends.
boys. Yeah, my guy
Okay.
friends, my best friends.
I feel like that's very different from me. I mean, you know that. So my siblings and I are very, very close.
Yeah. Sometimes they love or hate each other, I can't tell. Like a bit of both, I
Fair.
think.
But I don't have that filter of my siblings.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with the oldest?
Everything. Like my sisters and I are like super close. My brothers and I are very close as well, right? And with Alex, who Sons knows as well, right? It's like everything I would share with my best friend, I would share with her. Yeah. And I think that there's a very strong connection between me and my siblings because of that.
Do you think it's because you're the youngest?
No,
Because I feel like, because I'm talking to a younger sibling, especially since we've been growing up and I have to kind of protect her from a lot of the naughty things in the world until she's old enough. Yeah.
I don't think so, because I had a conversation with my therapist says that like she thinks that I am now like an older sibling to some of my siblings as well. So as the dynamic changed with life, and as we grew up, things kind of shifted a little bit. And then I had to kind of take a step up and be like, oh, there's certain things that they turn to me to do now. There's certain things that they're like, oh, how do I go on with life like that? Yeah, how do I do this? And then in my head, I'm like, why are you asking me? Am I not supposed to be the baby one? Am I not supposed to be the child of the family? Like, what's going on? So yeah, it's quite a very interesting dynamic when you have a big family, I guess.
Okay, but then when it comes down to having responsibilities, right? Like, did you feel as the eldest siblings in your respective families, did you have to grow up a lot faster? And then for Aves, because you're like, I feel like I have nothing to contribute here because I got no siblings.
No, that's not true. I think
I had a hamster called Peanut. Yeah, that's about it. And a terrapin called Polly.
How do you remember that?
Yes, I remember. Because I had no siblings. I talked to the terrapin and the hamster, okay?
Actually, right, I think it's harder being a single child.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Yeah. I will fill you in later on my
I think like when you're a single child, right, like all the attention is on you. So all the stresses are on you.
Yeah, the pressure.
Responsibilities are also all on you.
Yes, yes.
I think the oldest child tend to have a bit of that single child syndrome for the first few years.
Okay.
So all the attention is on you until like when they get like other children, right? Or like siblings. And then somehow some of the stresses is like either split
You
or
know
like...
why?
Yeah.
I also discussed this with some of my friends who have siblings. Basically, the parents have been through the ringer with the first one, right? So like your elder sibling
Ashton
gave a lot of problems or was a good kid?
She was a good kid.
Okay, yeah, I can tell she's a good kid.
I think my mom always says that as it progressed, she learned how to be a parent, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, nobody really knows how to be a parent when you get your first kid. So my mom was very strict with Ashton.
Exactly.
Right?
So then the other siblings after that get discount.
Not really.
No?
So it was a bit weird. So
Okay.
she was strict with Ashton, gave Ashton like no option to do anything. She was like, you should do this, you should do that. A very typical Asian parent growth setting. And then Ashley came along, she was like, oof, we got to try something different. So a bit more lax.
Yeah.
And then that didn't work as well because Ashley became a bit of like a
Rebel.
yeah, a bit of a rebel as well. And then Alex came along, she's like, oh, let's find an in-between between these two kids. Let them, kind of find their space together as siblings. Also became a bit wayward. And then there was me. And my mom was like, you know what? Like now I've got 4. I'm going to perfect this one. Didn't work either.
Oh my gosh, she's just experimenting with each one.
No, but I think it's good because, then you also learn like certain ways of things that work and things that don't work. And I was very lucky because then I got the good parts of, oh, you can do this, you can't do this. But there were certain things that then my eldest siblings, I don't know whether y'all would feel the same way, right? Where they'd be like, but I didn't get to do this when I was growing up. How come he can do? Right?
Then
like,
fight.
Yeah. Then fight, yeah. And I was like, right?
Oh my god, I never got to do
Oh my
that
god,
last
you're my
time.
sister. Oh my god. So annoying. Okay, because for me it's a bit different. For me, when I was growing up, despite being the first child, they did not like expect certain things. So, okay, this one I say my mother told me that I was such a great child that it caused her to want more children.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the
You're
subsequent
the inspiration,
ones, yeah. Because I was so easy.
This is the kind of stuff that you remember for life and she'll repeat to her future
But you cannot say that because
life
then
partner.
Then were you so bad that you're
It's like, no.
so I don't want anymore.
You're about to feel very bad after I tell you why.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Oh, really? Okay.
Really?
Okay, don't tell me.
Are you ready?
No, I don't want. No.
Okay, this one Avery gonna feel very bad. So actually, my mom could not have children at all. Okay, zoom in, slow zoom. So she was not able to conceive actually. So the doctor did say that like you do have some reproductive issues, unlikely that you can conceive. So then she tells me this story, I don't know like how true, but she's like, she went to novena church to like pray every day for like a really long time. And only 10 years after they got married, did I come along. So I'm a miracle child, guys.
Bless
I'm
you.
a miracle.
Similarly,
Miraculously, yeah.
similarly, my mom also same situation.
yeah.
So like when I came out,
Yeah.
this huge ass baby who destroyed her body,
Oh my god.
she still complains about it lah. But yeah, she was like, it's God given or whatever lah.
Yeah, same. So I think after that, they were just like, don't want to stress out anymore because actually, by right, she wasn't supposed to be able to conceive. So, and she had like high blood pressure, like all these health problems,
shit.
and like, you know, potentially could have turned out very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was mixture of both.
Oh.
Got me, then okay lah, let's try another one. Then
Yeah, and it happened.
2 more lah.
Sometimes it just takes one to get the ball rolling, I feel.
It's true.
Maybe.
It's
Yeah.
true.
It's like the domino.
Yeah, it's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
But okay, like, so as the only child, I think one of the main differences is that I never felt that kind of like an elder brother protection or like, you know, when elder siblings are protective of you, everything you have to figure out on your own, I guess. And then there's no one that I can really confide in. I don't know whether that resulted in me being quite like closed off and quiet as a kid. I was like extremely quiet. I don't think you would have even thought that I would go into this line of work for real. So if Aves knew me back then, I think I would have been a very different person.
Yeah, but I do think that a lot of the way we are now truly is because of the way that we were brought up as well, right? And I think when you come from like a big family, I don't know about being the eldest one. I can only speak from being the youngest, right? That a lot of the things that happened to me when I was younger really shaped how I thought and how I behaved. And it is very correlated to how I am now as well as a person. But yeah, I guess with siblings around, it made it kind of easier. But it was a weird situation for me because single parent family as well. So I looked at my siblings as if they were also my parents.
I'm so curious, like, because you mentioned, you know, your single parent family background, right? So who stepped up as like the father figure? Okay, let's not even say father figure, mother figure, whatever, like a parental figure in your family.
Well, it's very tough because growing up, it was like my early years, I stayed in a childcare for the first few years of my life. And I remember this very, very vividly because I was like not happy about it, but no choice because my mom couldn't raise 5 of us. And then we finally went back home. I had my 4 siblings, and it was always a situation of like every sibling to me, and even now, right, they help me in different ways and they take care of me in different ways. So Alex to me, my second sister, will always be like the closest mother figure of all my siblings. Like she will peel my prawns, she will cook my hot pot, and now Sons does that for me when we go to eat hot pot as well. I hate
I'm your mother now, yes.
hate cooking hot pot. So like every sibling kind of played a different part to me being a child, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think that discounted the acts of my mother being a mother, right? It's just that because she wasn't around as much, because she had to
Just other responsibilities,
correct, right? My siblings kind of had to step up a little bit more and take that role of, okay, we're going to make sure that Avery does his work.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure that Avery goes and shower, Avery goes and sleep, Avery does this, Avery does that, you know? So to me, it was always like, I had to keep turning to a lot of people. And as I grew up, I still turned back to my siblings for all these things. So it's like, I'm having a heartbreak, I'll call my sister. Or my car is having an issue, I'll call my brother. Or you know, there's a problem
That's
with my
so
computer,
useful.
I'll call my
My
brother. Yeah.
gosh.
So all my siblings have kind of like a little part in my life that are very much parental like.
Yeah. So for the two of you, like drawing from what Ace just said, did you ever feel like at any point being the elder siblings, you stepped in with adult responsibilities, but at a younger age?
Yes. I think even since I was in primary school,
Yeah.
I have to be home to take care of my siblings because the adults are out working.
Yeah.
And then even in secondary school, they are very young. But that's the age where my friends are all going out, having fun, hanging out together. And then I remember there was once, I think I was out at Plaza Sing at 8 p.m. and I received a call from my dad. Then he was like so angry. He's like, "Where are you?" He's speaking Chinese. He's like, "Zhi Ying." I was like, whoa.
You know it's
你在哪里？
serious. You know it's
Xiao
serious.
Zhi Ying as a full
哪
name.
里？
Yeah, then he like, basically he's calling me to go home.
Okay.
And I was so scared because I thought like, cause too late. But it's because he want to go out.
Oh.
And then my mom,
Need to pass the baton.
then my mom is not home. And my mom will not be okay having my siblings alone. So I have to go back just to be there to take care of them.
So you feel like it might have, I don't want to use the word robbed, but it might have taken you away from the social gatherings that you wanted to be at and
Yes.
a bit of that freedom.
Yes, to the point where when I was in poly and then I met my my fiance, then boyfriend. Then I remember my first time in my life, right, having overnight at somebody's house.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we drove from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. out to have bak chor mee. Then I can see the sunrise as we were driving the car. Then the window was down. Then after that I can feel the breeze. Then I started crying. Then meanwhile the boys are just like, this is what we do in secondary school. I'm like, oh my god, first time in my life.
Oh my god.
But I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I get to experience this when I'm older, and I feel because I'm older, I appreciate it in a different way. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like new
because some of
experience.
those things force you to grow up a lot faster.
Yeah.
Right? What about for you?
I think very similar. Also because I have a younger. So when you were mentioning about being the youngest and everything, right? I kind of felt like it also matters the gender.
Oh.
Because for myself, they were strict with me, but they were even stricter with the younger sibling because she was a girl.
Some first girl.
Protective
First girl.
maybe. Yeah,
first girl.
super
Because
protective.
they kept trying, then girl. Right?
Yeah.
So like princess of the family. So that was for me good because like, okay,
The
I'm kind of like,
pressures
I'm the
off you
chill
for
one.
a
I'm the
bit,
chill
yeah.
one, right? But growing up also, I had to deal with a special needs brother and the very protected girl, right? So I felt like I was the third parent, actually sometimes main parent a lot of the times as well. Just because my parents were working, so I was at home alone. That's why also I have revenge childhood right now.
Please describe
Like how?
what is this revenge childhood and why do the two boys connect on this?
Like for example, now you got adult money,
Yeah.
then you will buy toys that you couldn't buy before.
Oh my
God,
god.
you are
What-
right,
what
you are
toys?
right.
Like
Yes.
Lego, Pokemon, you know that kind of things,
okay.
right? I think that's also like
Dude.
it's a trend thing now that people are buying
Yes.
Pokemon cards and
Oh
whatever.
my god.
Yes, yes, yes.
I completely relate to this. Mine was
What Star
travel.
Wars figurine
No,
you
no,
buy?
mine was
Travel.
travel.
Okay,
because
okay.
on my first birthday, they were not around.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
When you were 1 year
remember?
old?
Yeah, very weird. I remember yeah.
Wow.
No, that's not possible.
No, I remember. I remember.
There's no way. You cannot remember things before you're 3 or 4.
I am telling you now, I remember.
I think you made that reality in
Why
your head.
are we arguing about whether I remember or
Doctors,
not?
comment right now. I doubt you.
remember. I remember.
Your brain is literally this size.
Solange! Basically, right, on my first birthday, when my father died already, lah, but my mom wasn't around. And they all brought my 4 siblings to the UK to go and see my grandparents, right? And I had to celebrate my first birthday with my grandparents, my dad's side grandparents, and my godparents as well. And I remember, not the whole thing, but I remember parts of it. And then, when I grew up, I told my mom, I said, hey, how come I didn't go to the UK? Right, when I was younger. And she went, oh, you were too young. I didn't think you remember anyway. But the point is that when I was younger, I didn't get to travel very much because I didn't come from like a well-to-do family, right? It was very tough to travel. And I feel like now, right, I'm just like,
Yeah, revenge
childhood,
traveling.
like, I want to go and
Yeah,
travel.
yeah,
Yeah. So we're going to take it back to this, right? Okay. When
Yeah.
was the last time that
We remember things.
as oldest kids, right, y'all felt like y'all had to take on adult responsibilities? Even at this age, do y'all feel that you still have to take on adult responsibilities at this age?
Actually,
Not really.
not really.
Not really. Yeah. I think the current situation, right, and relationship is very different from when we were kids. When we were kids, it was difficult for me because I feel like I need to be an adult. I need to be a good example and everything. But now I can just like do what I want. And they are mature enough already. And now they are like supporting me. Whereas last time, nobody is supporting me. Instead, I have to support my parents in helping them with the kids.
What about like even small things like household chores and dishes and stuff? Did it fall on you or did you assign them to do it?
Luckily or not luckily, we are very sheltered. We don't have to do chores.
Oh.
So I'm the opposite. We call each other slave 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Because, the housework, anything but the cooking, like the fire and stuff, right? We do. So until now, I still clean the toilet.
So you still do it now?
Wow.
Yeah, I still do it. Yeah, because I still live with my parents. And also because they are aging and everything.
Right.
But I also realized, like, as we grow older, we become more siblings. But now I become parents of my parents.
Yeah.
I was just going to bring it back to Sons and ask you that, because as a single child when you were growing up, you obviously had no siblings and your parents take care of you and whatnot, right? So did you feel like you had any adult roles as a single child?
As a kid, not so much, but as an adult, yes.
Right.
So because my parents got me very late, right? So they're actually older than a lot of my peers' parents. So they're aging faster than my friends' parents, right? So you realize that the moment you come into adult money or you start working or you can start to support your family, and you know my parents, like they retired a while back because of my dad's health issues, right? So you have to step up as like the breadwinner of the household. And even when it comes down to if we travel together, you have to plan, you have to make sure everything. Suddenly, like they will just follow you. Like they're not gonna really know what's going on even. So they'll just follow and go with the plan that you planned. You have to book everything, the plane tickets, the hotels. You have to figure out how to drive there, get there. So suddenly it was very like a lot of pressure on me, but it made me grow up a lot faster. And I realized like I don't mind doing it. I have no resentment doing it because they sacrificed a lot to raise me. My parents didn't want to have like a helper. Not that there's a right or wrong, but I think my parents sort of thought they wanted me to be close to them and not because they had to work and everything at that time. They didn't want me to like form such a big attachment with a helper and then not have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
So this was all like part of their own decision making. But yeah, for sure. Now it's like I have to take care of them.
you're the
100%. Yeah. 100%.
I feel like it's quite common. I don't know whether or not it's in this day and age or purely in Singapore or what the situation is, but I feel like a lot of my peers and a lot of people around us are starting to, as you grow older, you become a parent to your parents, like you said as well, Rainier. And again, not saying that it's wrong, but it's like, oh yes, I want to now, take care as well. But then there's sometimes where it's not really a choice. Yeah. Like for me also, like my mom also decided to retire a while back, right? So now it's like, okay.
Everyone chips in.
Yeah. What do we do? Who does this in the house? And I still stay with my mom as well because she is also getting older and my dad passed away when I was very young. So she's alone. Right? So when I'm with her, it's like, then I take care of all the stuff in the house now. So yeah.
But what I'm envious about, and I had this conversation with my own fiance, right? Because he has two sisters. His dad also passed away very long time ago, like when they were very young. So now mom is like by herself too, right? Still staying with one of his sisters. But I think one of the things I was envious about was that the three siblings actually took a sibling trip overseas. So they've been on sibling trips like twice already. So during these trips, it's not just about having fun. They also discuss like what's going to happen if mom goes eventually, or, like what happens if there's a crisis, or like split up the responsibilities, that kind of thing. So I don't really have anyone to talk to about this stuff. That's what I'm envious about for you guys. People
Actually,
who
I had a trip last week.
with your siblings?
With my sister.
Okay, how did that go?
It was fun. It was mostly shopping, but also like talking about the future lah. Because
Right. It will
she
come
got
up.
married. Yeah, she got
It will
married.
come
So
up.
I'm like the designated caretaker of both my parents and my brother. That kind of thing. Yeah. So we were trying to like, hey, don't leave me alone, that kind of thing. Yeah, don't pangsay me. Yeah. That kind of vibe lah.
No, but really, how do you feel about that? Like having so much responsibility?
I think it was already ingrained at a very young age. So I'm kind of used to it already. I think I was just telling Avery that at this point in time, if I don't have like my own family, wife or whatever, I'm okay because I get happiness from the happiness of my my current family, like my parents and like my
This
brother.
guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Green flag, green flag.
Why you want to be single? Hit him up, man. Allah, this guy.
But I think when it comes down to like sons and daughters, I do feel like there's still a bit of a difference, especially when daughters have to step up and become like the mom and the dad. I don't know if you know what I mean, like a masculine and feminine role together, right? Do you think it's harder or easier for a son or a daughter to do this?
Wow.
Because generally, right, back then, I feel like in our parents' generation, they always rely on the man to be the problem solver and the sole breadwinner and everything. But now I feel like more and more daughters are taking on both roles. Yeah.
I feel like in my house, it's the daughters.
Daughters that hold more responsibility.
Yeah.
Okay.
The son, aka my brother, have it easier, I feel. But I feel like it's also because I'm the oldest.
Also maybe personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think moms nag at daughters a lot more. True? True or false? What do you guys think?
I see this in
Mom?
my mom and my
Right?
sister. Yeah.
Right. They don't nag at their sons as much.
You ever kena punch in the face?
Huh? No.
By your mother?
No?
I kena punch in the face by my mother.
Accident or what?
No, cause she angry with me. My sister never kena punch before.
Okay.
No, but you see, the thing is, right,
Oh my
mom.
god, that's why I face red. Kidding.
This one happened like yesterday. No, but isn't it growing up because my mom is also like part English, right? So her discipline methods were very different. She was very
Non-Asian.
Yeah, not just the kid. It's like whatever is in my hand, right? And if I got nothing in my hand,
Then
right,
it'll be my hand.
It'll be my hand, kind of thing. So it's like, yes, I do agree that my sisters got nagged at a lot more.
Yeah, I got nagged at like
But
constantly.
there was no time where they were locked in a room with my mother and it was like UFC 339, man. Like, it was, oh my gosh.
Okay,
yeah.
but you see, what was the cause?
So I wanted to go out one day and my mother said no. And then she was like, you never even do your homework. You never did that. I was like, getting so annoyed with her. I was like, hey, shut up. Ah. Wow, suddenly I hear silence, right?
Sure kena
Talk back,
lah,
talk back.
obviously.
I heard silence and I was
Whoa.
like, uh-oh. And I heard dum 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 dum.
Oh my god, so scary.
Open the door. What are you saying? It's like,
Okay, whoa. Okay, I did not get punched by my mom.
yeah.
But I got caned by my dad
Okay.
so badly until numb. I got numb. Yeah, so
Oh
I
God, I
have
had
to
no
I
idea
have
what
to
that
stand
was.
like that with my butt out.
Oh.
And then he caned, I think like the 5th time. I got so scared I couldn't move. He had to like carry me onto the bed.
Oh my god, okay, I've never
Yeah.
gotten
So maybe
caned.
it is not just a female male thing, lah.
Yeah.
Asian parenting.
Yeah. Thanks to me, my
Maybe.
siblings did not get caned. Because that was like, oh my god.
Traumatizing.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
see, so
cannot,
sacrificial lamb.
Yeah. What about you? Do you get?
I got caned quite a lot. Also because I'm a troublemaker. In my
Tell, I
kid-
thought you were such a
kids.
green flag.
No, so like I changed a lot.
Okay,
Yeah, I changed
you
a
changed a
lot.
lot.
Yeah, just because I see, they never mind, I give chance. You know that kind of thing? Like low-key is really like that. Like, never mind, just give chance. Just suck it up.
Yeah.
You know?
What?
Choose
you're-
your battles, choose your
You're very
battles.
different than these guys. I got older, my mom like looked at me. She goes, "If you just shut up, so don't argue with me anymore." She's like, "Don't argue with me anymore." Oh, very different, eh?
It's, I think, complete opposite.
Yeah. Like we mentioned this before, right? Us growing up with siblings or us growing up as a single child, obviously it shaped a lot of things that happen as we're older. But do you think it shaped your career choices?
Not really. I actually wanted to be a writer, to which my parents were like, oh boy, okay. They're like, okay, let's just hope she's a really good writer, you know? I know where you're getting at with this. Like, you're wondering whether maybe if I'm an only child, if I want to have like a better future where I can support my entire family, would I have chosen a career that's very secure?
Yeah.
But clearly, I chose a very volatile industry.
Yeah.
You may succeed, you may not succeed. Your earnings go up and down. Like it fluctuates. You may do really well this month, next month maybe not so much drops or whatever. So I don't really think that me being a single child, I don't think that shaped my career choice at all.
Same.
Yeah, I really don't
I
think so.
think mine actually,
Yours
it was
did?
shaped. Because if I'm not here,
Yeah.
I actually was a chemical engineer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was even a regular in the SAF. Just because I needed to be
Stable.
stable.
Yeah.
And I needed to be the breadwinner in that sense. Yeah. But in the end, I came to this industry just
Yeah.
because I realized if I want to do something right, I should do something that I love.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's career choices. But what about in like romantic relationships? I see we just talked about this. You just got engaged a while back. Congratulations. But do you feel that as an oldest child, right? You kind of behave the same way with your fiance that you behave with your younger siblings.
Sometimes.
Like you project a little
Yeah.
bit.
Sometimes when I scold my fiance, right, I will say my brother's name.
Oh my god.
And sometimes I scold my brother, I will say my fiance's name.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, but it's only sometimes. I feel like with my fiance, I also show a different side of me, which my siblings will never see. Yeah. But because my fiance is a single child also. Yeah. And I feel like, oh, actually single child and like the oldest child, right, good match.
Oh.
Yeah. Is your fiance the oldest? Or?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This suddenly makes sense. Yeah.
What is this orchestra of weird sounds?
Because I feel like I don't know if it's a single child thing, but his personality is more calm and quiet and reserved.
We are not very chaotic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Wait. In some parts of
Yeah,
life,
in
okay?
some parts.
How life.
Dare you? What do you mean?
Because all every knows of me is chaos.
Okay.
No.
That's special part.
You see, the thing is, okay, my theory is that when you have siblings, right, you're always fighting over stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas my childhood was quite peaceful. Like I had no one to fight with.
Yeah.
In fact, I wanted to fight with someone. Like someone give me something already. You know?
Like the thoughts are all in your head only.
Yes.
Yeah.
I talk to the mirror a lot. Like back
You want to
then,
fight over food?
Right, you see? So my fiance told me that he fought with his sisters over food a lot, like
Yeah.
all the time.
Very normal.
And when I share food with him sometimes, I get very anxious because he eats very fast. And like if I'm not looking or if I just reply a text, like it's gone.
There's no such thing as spicy peas in a
That's
big
right.
family.
So I was like, wait, why?
This thing-
Like I said, I feel very I feel quite stressed eating with you. And he was like, why do you feel stressed? I said, because you always finish it in like 2 seconds and then I have nothing left, you know?
You don't eat fast, you don't eat at all, man.
Exactly. So this is what he said in a dynamic with siblings.
Yeah, you don't eat fast, you don't eat. Yeah. Okay, Rainier, I got a question for you as a guy. When you were in a relationship previously, right, did you think that as a male sibling, it affected your relationships at all?
A very big part of me was, this whole part was because I felt like I should be the provider. I mean, also the whole Asian society thing is like the male should be the provider, right? So I tend to exhibit those characteristics, which when I was dating quite some time back, my ex-girlfriend, she was working and I was still studying. And I think the whole ego thing was like a bit hurt because I was not the provider. So that messed up my whole like
Your relationship.
Now I'm okay. Sugar mommy? No, just kidding. I
Hit
like
him
now.
up.
So
Hit
the
him
whole
up.
revenge childhood thing, right? It's also kind of like I do want to be taken care of in a certain way as well.
Yeah.
Obviously not everything, but
But it would be nice.
yeah, it'll be
for
nice.
some
It'll be nice
areas.
because a bit tiring to be just always the one that's providing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, now you guys are older, it won't really make much of a difference. But to me, right, when I was growing up, my relationships were very based off how my elder siblings dealt with their relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really did everything because I thought, oh, this is how you should show love. Because my sister was happy when her boyfriend did this. So I was like, I got to do this for my partner.
Yeah.
Or, oh, my brother did this. So that means I got to do it.
So you know the ideal.
Correct. So that was my concept of what love was.
Do you feel
think
like
so,
sometimes
wait.
you subconsciously seek like what you see and like the example that you have at home, and then you subconsciously seek that in a partner?
When I was younger, yes. Now I feel like I'm more aware because I realize that my siblings are idiots. So, I mean,
They
sometimes...
clearly don't watch this podcast because if not, you have a lot more fights at home.
No, but like a lot of them are very different. Like as you grow up, you realize that yes, you pick up traits and you pick up things from your siblings. Even my older siblings pick up things from me now, right? They're like, oh, Avery is good at this, Avery's good at that. You know, we're gonna pick this up. Like the one thing that Alex said to me one day was, well, I really wish I had the confidence that you had to speak in front of people. And I was like, oh, that's really nice to hear,
Yeah.
right? And when it came to relationships, I'm like, okay, I want a partner that is going to help me peel my prawns, that is going to help me cook my hot pot, right? Because
That took a
Alex
turn.
did that for me.
Okay.
Right? But I also want a partner that I see my siblings as, because they were the people that I grew up with. And I know that if my partner is like them, they're going to get along well with my siblings as well. And I'm going to be able to vibe with you
Yeah.
easily.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same for you guys.
I feel that because I became such an independent person due to the fact that my parents were always, busy working as well. It's not that they didn't have love for me or they weren't around for me. In fact, we're super close because I also don't have siblings, so I became very close to my parents, right? Selective sharing sometimes still,
Yes,
but
yes, yes.
generally I'm very close to them. But I feel that because of the fact that I was so independent, I'll drive everywhere myself. I'll just, okay, you want to go on a date, book a restaurant, okay, I'll see you there. So I think some of my exes, even my current fiance, got very used to me solving my own problems or like getting myself down to places. Sometimes when we go for holidays, I'll fly down myself because of work. So I did feel the need to remind my current, hey germs, what's up? I feel the need to sometimes remind him that he still needs to treat me like a princess from time to time.
Sometimes
It's
I
important.
remind myself.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Because there was once, right, I realized, okay, I wanted to reach for toilet paper,
Yeah.
which is too high for me.
Yeah.
I need like a stool and tiptoe and everything.
Yes.
I can do it myself. But then I was like, actually,
Yeah.
let's not. Then I was like, Axel,
Yeah,
can we take
can
toilet
we
paper?
take? Yeah.
Although I can do it. Yeah, because this is what my friends told me, that sometimes you cannot be too independent, which is
Yes.
something I always forget.
Me too.
Yeah, because I do everything myself at
Yeah,
home.
but the thing is, because the way my dad showed me love back then is in acts of service also. Like he'll pick me up from anywhere I need him to pick me up from, he will be there. If I get drunk at night and like can't get a cab, right, he'll pick me up at 3:00, that kind of thing. So I sort of, I guess, subconsciously hope or expect that from my my partner in life.
At the start of my relationship with my fiancé, right?
Yeah.
He wanted to send me home. Then I'm like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, we stay so far away, why I cannot go home myself? So I went home myself. Then there was once I was sick. I was at his house, then I was unwell. I was gonna grab home. And he insisted on grabbing with me.
Oh.
But I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Because I'm just gonna go home. You don't need to come with me.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I'm home. But he insisted.
Okay.
And then that's where I remember, okay, sometimes he'll tell me, Charmaine, it's okay to ask for help, Now I'm like,
Right. Good reminder.
You're right. I don't have to be the strong one all the time.
I feel like I am quite a problem solver. Like I put it upon myself. Nobody asked me to be the solution sans, as my friends call me, but like I just try.
Obviously, we're talking about our childhood and how it shaped. I want you to look back right now on all our childhoods, right? And what are some of the biggest takeaways from that? It could be things like your responsibility or personal growth in general. Like, what are some things that you look back and you can just be like, okay, I know that this shaped me.
Not say self-diagnosing, but like finding out like my special needs brother, what kind of special needs he needs, got me to grow up a lot more because I had to convince my parents to like, he needs to do this, he needs to do that kind of thing. So I was low-key planning like his education in that sense as well when I was only like 2 years older than him, just because there were signs that I've seen not just on TV, but also because I'm a nerd. I like to research on things. So it was those things that I was like, okay, I need to man up and like tell my parents these are the problems of his life and also like how we can help him with it. Yeah, so I think that's one of the biggest ones. Also, being an older brother to the princess of the family, we shared a school for a period of time. So I had to protect her from a lot of the nonsense things that the Sec 4 guys would do, that kind of thing. And like also because secondary school is the time when like you kind of start dating and stuff. So I'm like, no bro, it's my sister, stay away. Yeah.
You better be the president before you
man.
date her.
Yeah, man. You must be as good as me or
Or better.
Yeah. Cannot be less. Yeah.
So do you think those things that happen has kind of shaped you today, and some of those responsibilities have you still carry today as well?
Actually, definitely, just because like we were talking about the career aspect, right? It did shape my career trajectory, but also like in terms of the roles within a job, I tend to like management more just because I like taking care of people.
Yeah. That's great. Like on your Hinge profile, like I like taking care of people. Like,
but also like I say just now, sometimes I want to be taken care of lah.
Yes.
Give and take, give and take. Okay, what about you, Sue?
I feel because I'm between my parents and my siblings, growing up, right, I can see both sides. Like why my parents are angry with them and why my siblings want to do what they want to do and why they disagree. And then because of that, now I can see different sides of things from different people's perspective, which I bring into my job also. Because for my job, I also manage people, and then like people have issues, I have to be the mediator. I have to understand why, and also let them know like, okay, why certain things cannot be done and everything. So I feel like that helped.
I feel like I learned that quite late in life. So not to feed into the stereotype of like single children being spoiled or whatever. I know a lot of people have that perception of single children. Okay, to some extent, I believe it could be true, but as I grew up, I also realized like when I was a kid, I got mostly what I wanted without having to fight very much with anyone, or I didn't really have to convince my parents that much to let me do what I want to do, which carried on into my relationships where, when I started dating, if we fight, I'm like, don't want, bye. It's like, next guy, okay, whatever, I don't care. But then as you mature and you grow up, you mentioned that you start to see different perspectives at a very young age, that you are a mediator. I was definitely not a mediator back then. I don't think I had those skills. So I would just shut down and be like, okay, next boyfriend, I don't care. But then as you become an adult and you have adult relationships and you really see a future with someone, then that started to grow on me, So it was only in my more recent relationships in like my 20s and all that I started to develop that, I feel. So that's what I realized.
I think being the youngest, I grew up same misconception that everybody thinks the youngest one is always the most spoiled one.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody goes, oh, you're the youngest, you must be the baby. And I was, but I grew up in a very different family dynamic because it was like single parent family, no money.
Yeah.
I realized from a very young age the importance of money, and I remembered very clearly that my siblings would always be like, do you have enough to eat? Because Andrew, my second brother, would be in the same school as me, right? So we went to the same school, and then only in secondary school, we all split. It was always a situation of, even if they didn't have enough, they would still give me money. And growing up, I realized that that's the importance of money. That, it is very important. And my eldest sister was always the one. I'll be like, oh, can you transfer me $10 so that I can draw $20 from my account, right? And she'd be like, take 50.
Oh,
but,
love it.
But the problem is that she also didn't have much.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that, to me, the love and care that was passed down from my siblings kind of shaped me today as well. And that's how I treat a lot of my friends as well.
Yeah, your generosity.
Yeah.
So if you could turn back time and do something differently based off your own experiences, is there something that you would pick on?
No.
Wow.
Are you sure you're not siblings? No, I'm kidding.
That was
No,
very
I think we will
fun.
be
We're
great
best friends,
siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you really wouldn't do anything different?
No, this is a conversation I had with my siblings, right? Like, if we can swap roles, do we want to? We don't. We love being in our role despite all the difficulties and the advantages that comes with it. We feel like we are made for the role.
That's true. Because any role you go to, right, will have problem. Man. So now I'm used to this. So this is the one.
You embraced it.
Yeah, I embraced it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I like the version I am now because of everything I go through as the older sibling.
That's true. I feel like if I was a younger sibling, I think I'll be a brat lah.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Not that my sister is not that our sisters are
not
brat.
you. Yeah,
Not that you are
Not you.
brat.
I think just based on the experiences of like, if you put my life in silo and you just swap this, right?
Yeah.
I'll be brattier.
I can't imagine that.
Okay.
Well, guys, thank you so much for sharing. We
Thank
had
you.
fun chatting, and please come back and visit us whenever you want.
You say Anna? I'll come back next week. I'll come back next week.
Please follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Me Listen.
And make sure that you're following us on socials as well, on Instagram, YouTube, and on TikTok at itsclarity.co.
See you next time.
Boy.
Bye.
Bye.
Could it be like your grandparents or your relatives told you about this story and then
Yeah, maybe.
it embedded in your
And then you
head?
dream, lucid dream or whatever.
Then it became your reality. Boom.
Sure. So
How to remember anything at once?
I can't.